Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. Got another gameplay for you today where I'm basically going to be singling out a defense that I've been using for a couple of weeks now, maybe like a month. I really think this is the best defense in the game, and if you're not using this defense, I don't see this defense enough online. The original video that I put out on this defense, I think, got like around 20,000 views, which is, it's pretty good, but some of the defensive videos that I've put out in the past have gotten like 200,000 views, so I don't think this defense has gotten the rounds enough, and I'm going to make another video basically shouting it out because, like I said, this defense, to me, it's the only defense that I really need. I don't really have to use too many defenses in this entire game other than this defense. You're going to see in this gameplay exactly how dominant it is. Starting off, though, this is a series of plays I put out of the Broncos/Bills a little while ago. I'll try to put a link in the description for that. I mean, I use these plays quite a bit. This entire gameplay, by the way, it's so short because how quickly I make this dude quit with this defense. I don't really have to do too much editing, so that's cool. But like I said, this play right here, the only play that this really, this play typically works really well against man and cover 3 for whatever reason. I had to throw it in there quick to get a completion, but for whatever reason, that was actually better covered than it usually is. But like I said, once again, the I-form slot series, I think I might have put out 2 plays from it. 2 videos from it, but it's a really good series. Ultimately, though, this entire video, I really don't have to do too much editing at all, so I'll try to go over some things of what I'm saying and what I'm thinking while I'm playing, which I think a lot of people appreciate. So, like I said, this next play, for whatever reason, the spacing just isn't right. The X route just doesn't get deep enough. I don't know if my X receiver didn't have enough speed to pull the coverage back like it typically does, but I'm lucky it didn't get intercepted. Typically, that route is wide open, but for whatever reason, like I said, the spacing just wasn't there. So I don't know if like I said, that can really be dependent on the speed of the receivers running the individual routes. If the one in the slot running the fade is too fast, he can catch up to the streak and it can cause that type of problem. So like I said, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. So we're going ahead on the 2nd and 15. We're going to go back to, if you've probably seen me run the bench switch play like a million times by now if you watch my gameplays. It's one of my go-to plays. Doesn't necessarily work there. So early on, like I said, a lot of my plays, they're not necessarily having the success that I'm used to, but ultimately, it is what it is. So like I said, there's small variations from time to time can really make the difference. Other than that, like I said, we're just going to go back to our old faithful. We're going to go to our verticals route. Like I said, I've seen quite a few cover 3s from the looks of it. From this guy runs in this game, he runs a lot of cover 3s. So the RB route typically gets really, just gets open right in the cover 3 seam. So right here, sure enough, I'm looking for that. The outside route, I try to hit that. Just like I said, doesn't work. So I don't think he's running a true cover 3. I think he's running more like a cover 6 invert or something like that. You can tell that it's just a little bit different pre-snap to the point where the routes that typically get open are not getting open. So that's probably why it's having that issue. Other than that, I'm going to punt the ball. We're going to go ahead. We're going to pin him deep. We get a really good punt. I'm at his 42. A lot of people would have went for it there, but early in the game like this, I'd rather pin him deep. We get him pinned back at the 3, and now we're going to pick the defense that I'm talking about, the 3-3-5 wide. And the play itself is the Mike Buzz 0. I've pretty much been running all-out man blitzes, pretty much going back to last year, the year before that. That's typically, to me, the best way to play defense. I used to run the mid blitz quite a bit. I find that this play, the spacing that you get is just unbelievable. Right here, you can see both defensive ends. Pretty much everybody flew off the edge. I don't know what the game plan was there for that guy on that particular play, but you can see 4 guys were there converging on the ball carrier. The 2 defensive ends / outside linebackers get there first, and then the man coverage assignment does a really good job of shutting down the run. I'll show you guys in a little bit, obviously when I have to give the ball back, how that play works out. There's little to no adjustments, and you can see how effective it is, especially against the run. You're going to see me get a ton of sacks with it. I get the very first play, I got a safety. Like I said, that was probably not the best play call. I don't know what that guy was thinking as far as that formation of plays. I don't think you can really make it have that type of success based off of you don't have any tight ends at the line. That's just based off of that defense, especially because of how wide it spreads. So on the offensive side, like I said, I was using up some of the money plays that I put out here. I barely get away from a sack on another man blitz. I probably should have waited and set my feet, but I was amazed that I got away from that first sack. So that's why I think I got rid of it a little bit too quickly. But like I said, I mean, like, I'm figuring out this offense as I go. I go to an empty base flex. I think based off of the fact that he's running a lot of man blitzes, I just kind of wanted to spread it out so I can make that determination a little quickly. I'm going to put my slot receiver on the left here in a bit of a zig. It's not a zone. It's not a man though. I was expecting a man, and then I just tossed up thinking I could get past, or maybe I can moss it. It just doesn't work out. So early on, I mean, he's playing pretty effective defense. I can't say the same for his offense. I only saw one play, but he's doing a pretty good job on defense. Or maybe I just don't know this playbook as well as I think I do. The very next play, though, I come up with something where I'm basically going to make a cover 3 one-play touchdown on the fly because I'm noticing a lot of cover 3s. The last play was a cover 3. I've never made this. This is not a money play. This is me basically concocting a cover 3 one-play touchdown, and I'm basing it off of, basically a simple formula that you can make a lot of one-play touchdowns out of. I put out a video on that.
Break yourself, fool!
First time I ran it, hit a home run with it. It's really simple. Like I said, you just have to have, you're just using the same principles you do from a video that I put out, where you can basically make any play into a cover 3 or a cover 4 one-play touchdown. If you want a link to that, I'll try to put a link in the description for that as well. But like I said, that play right there, I just used that simple formula, made a touchdown out of it, and that's all she wrote. So we're up 9-0, which is 2 possessions, which is perfect. I thought I'd go for 2, but based off of the fact that 9 points is 2 possessions, that's all that really matters. Early in the first quarter, I mean, this game hasn't been happening but for like a minute and a half, so no big deal. Like I said, I'm right where I need to be. We're going right back to that Mike Blitz 0. Like I said, defense is all about creating a puzzle that your opponent has to solve. You can see right there, he's already thinking about quitting. He's getting a 5-yard penalty because he's really just not playing it, where he's in and out of the pause menu. It's like he doesn't want to play. Right here, he's letting the clock tick down again.
We can go.
I think that he's basically to the point where he's thinking about being out of here. And on the very next play, that was the cover 3 version of the exact same play. Once again, instant pressure. He would have been sacked no matter what. He would have been either sacked or the running back gets caught for like a 5-yard loss. I mean, it's just, this defense's formation is insane. Going right back to the man coverage. Some people think you're going to get beat deep if you run man 0. You do not get beat deep running man 0. I don't know why it does such a good job. As long as you don't press, your man coverage corners will handle deep routes without a problem. I get another safety. 2 safeties in the first quarter in just a little over 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like this defense, I mean, he didn't start with the ball at the 3 like the previous possession. I just pushed his ass back to the point where he's just, I mean, that was a 10-yard loss on the sack probably. And he just, like I said, this defense, everything was covered. If you watch the replay, everything was shut down. There was nothing really open for the guy to throw to. He probably shouldn't have kept backing up. That's probably his biggest mistake. But it's to the point here where this guy, like I said, you're not going to see, he's pretty much checked out already at 11-0 in 2 minutes into the first quarter. You're going to see this guy almost packing in because this defense is just that hard to penetrate. Like I said, defense is just about creating a puzzle. If your opponent can't solve it, there's no real reason for you to leave that defense. As an offensive player, it's your job to solve that puzzle. You saw I solved it by creating a cover 3 one-play touchdown, and now what do you know? It doesn't look like he's in a cover 3 right now. So very next play, we're just going to, like I said, this is a play I ran earlier. I wish I had the right guy in the slot there. Brandon Marshall's not really going to break a lot of tackles, or he's not going to make a lot of people miss. If I could have had a faster receiver there, I might have been gone and I might have ended this game. You can see he actually hits the pause button. I mean, he doesn't want to play. You know what I mean? Like, it's to the point where he's already got 1 foot out the door pretty much as this game started. So I guess I should go over the setup. There is no setup. That's one of the things that's great about this defense. I just spread the line and spread the linebackers. That's it. The only other thing I really do is I'll user the safety that's over the running back. I'll bring him down to the line to try to pull a guard so that my outside pressure can get by. You'll see that again on this very next play. There's just, you don't have a lot of time in Madden 20 to do setups, and luckily you don't really have to with this play. There's no real setup at all. I don't have to pinch. I don't have to do nothing. So just like I said, bringing that safety down just to try to pull a lineman, just so I can get that outside guy in once again. Look at that. They're both coming in. Like, he would have been sacked by both. I'm doing the version, you can send 6 or you can send 5. Typically, if you want to send 6, you just use the safety over the running back. On the 3rd and 27, I don't even have to worry about the running back. So if the running back goes out on a route, who cares? Like, he's not going to pick up 27 yards. He hits me with a slant, though. That's typically people's idea of, breaking a man blitz coverage. So on the very next play, I say, fine, you want to do that? I know exactly what you're going to do. Typically, they'll go to that slant well until it's dry. So on this play, I'm going to user the middle linebacker, which is the other way to do it, and Don't want to spoil it for you, but I'm going to the house with this because this guy is one of the faster safeties in the game. So we're taking it to the house. Like I said, this game has pretty much been over before it started, and I'm just waiting for him to quit and make it official because it's like he doesn't seem like he wants to play anyway. So like I said, pick six, touchdown. This defense it's just, if you know how to run it, and like I said, I've been running it for pretty much all year. I can run it with my eyes closed. I don't feel the need to run any other defense. It's so dominant. It's so shut down. If you're not running this, do yourself a favor and figure this defense out, because it just does everything for you. Like, there's no real need. Like, you just, I don't know. Like I said, I really think if you watch this channel and you want to run the defense that I run, this is the only defense that I run now. So we're going right back to it. Like I said, 3-5 wide, Mike blitz 0. End of the game. You know what I'm saying? This guy's not going to be hanging around much longer. I'm just going to keep sending the ultra aggressive blitz. I don't know why he's running the ball. You can see it shuts down most run plays. There's nowhere you can really go with that. You can occasionally give up a big run with this, but if it gets through the first level, but that's about it. I mean, ultimately, it's a shutdown run defense. So here we go once again. We're just waiting for that slant, and you know, he's obviously going back to the slants. And my third variation, which is essentially I'm just going to drop all my linebackers in the zones. So the second you start thinking you're getting smart, you're gonna see what looks like the same defense, and now you're gonna be throwing it right into coverage. As you can see right here, I mean, I pretty much have it all locked up. There's no area for slants now. He has to wait till the guy goes up the field.
Gotcha, bitch.
And he's just throwing a pick. So like I said, there's nothing you can really do against this defense. If you know when to run the right plays and how to run it, this defense is completely shut down, as we score more on our defense than we do on our offense on this particular gameplay. So that's it. That's the vid. If you guys want to see more gameplay breakdowns like this, do me a favor, hit the like button, or let me know in the comment section, and I'll do that next. Other than that, thanks for watching. Madden, my shit out.
You win. Perfect.
Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.